We all have one, that 1 hour of the day where anything is possible. Maybe you've experienced it before. It's that time of day where you're operating at peak performance, crushing your to-do list, and creative ideas, they flow fast. Like they're popping into your brain out of nowhere, and you wonder where all this genius has come from. Have you ever thought to yourself, I was so productive today. I wish I could bottle that productivity and tap into it whenever I needed it. Well, my friend, today is your lucky day because that is exactly what we are talking about. Episode 179 starts right now. Welcome to the Lora Shipman Show minicast, a special edition of my podcast where it's just you, me, my mic, your earphones, plus quick tips and hacks you can implement immediately to improve your life and your business. Are you ready to get started? I know I am. Let's dive in. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited you are here today because you know what today is, right? It is my favorite day of the week. It's minicast day, and today is the day where you jump into the podcast, grab some value nuggets, and then when you jump out, you have a job to do. You have to execute what you've learned here today in order to change your business and your life. So let's dive in and talk about your power hour. Like I said in the intro, everybody's got one, and it's one of these golden hours in your daily life that you can just accomplish so much stuff that you never thought you could possibly accomplish in a day. You've actually done in an hour or an afternoon. And today I'm going to take you through 3 steps where you're going to be able to identify what that hour looks like, how to protect it, and just how to maximize it every single time you are looking to get all the things done. Okay, so the first thing you have to understand, step number 1, is how to identify your power hour. And the timing of everybody's power hour is unique to every person. So what's right for me is definitely not going to be right for you. So for example, there's going to be some people who are really productive and creative early in the morning, and others find that their power hour is in the evening. And then there's that special group of people who find their crush it time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when most people, they're like slipping into that slump. Seriously, those people exist. Those people can thrive at 3 p.m. And guess what? Your girl here is one of them. I know I'm a little weird, but it did. It took me a while to realize that my power hour was at 3 o'clock. And how it happened for me was I would listen to all of these productivity people and hacks and gurus, and they would say, get up at 5 a.m. when you have nothing in your head and tackle those most creative and challenging tasks of the day before you get sucked into the day. And I truly tried to do this. But if anybody who knows me well enough, they know that I am not a natural morning person. Like mornings are not my jam at all. So when 5 o'clock in the morning wasn't working for me, I kind of looked inward and I looked into my gut and let my gut guide me to what was the best time of day for me. But before I did that, I actually had to set up my day so that my day was actually the best day it could be for me. And so how that looks like for me is I need to clear that fog out of my head in the morning. So what I do is I usually go for a 3.5-mile walk every morning just to clear my head and get motivated, get inspired, get that blood pumping. And when I'm done, then I can tackle the first phase of my business, which is going to be admin stuff that doesn't take a lot of energy, stuff that doesn't need a lot of creativity, stuff that can work its way through and still be okay with me having some brain fog left over. And then that's when I come alive. Once I realized that, everything changed for me. So what I challenge you to do is define or identify when you think your power hour is. Like, when do you think it'll appear? Will it appear in the morning? Will it appear in the afternoon? Or will it appear in the evening? And once you've roughly determined what time of day you think your power hour is hiding, then I want you to pay close attention and figure it out. Like, put some science to it and figure it out on a Tuesday. Yeah, I said a Tuesday. Statistically, Tuesdays are the most productive days of the week. And without looking into the studies that claim Tuesday is the most productive day of the week, I actually came up with a theory of my own that explains, well, I think that explains that Tuesdays are the most productive. And the first reason is because it's not a Monday, and Mondays tend to be hectic. So nobody is really putting their creative hat on, or very few people. I shouldn't say nobody. Very few people will put their creative hat on a Monday because they're probably in reactionary mode. Like, think about the emails that kind of accumulate over the weekend. Maybe some voicemails accumulate. Maybe you've got Facebook and Instagram DMs, those types of things people are going through. They're going through all of those things on a Monday. So that's why I don't think a lot of power hours or your most productive hours are on a Monday. And I don't believe it's a Wednesday because most people, by the time Wednesday rolls around, they're looking to get over hump day, right? Wednesday's hump day. People want to get through hump day so that they can look forward to the weekend. And that's when things kind of take a downturn and Thursday rolls around, right? People tend to slow down their weeks. And then when Friday hits, people are checking out. Some people check out physically early. Sometimes their brains just check out on a Friday, and Fridays tend to be a little less intense than, say, Monday initially started out as. So that's why I think Tuesdays are those days that are the most productive, and that you can really identify what your power hour is during any day of the week when you look at a Tuesday. So when Tuesday rolls around, I want you to keep a little log and identify, what times of the day were you most excited about your job and the to-do list and the projects and all the things that you need to get done. What time of day was that for you? Was it in the morning? Was it in the afternoon? Was it in the evening? Also note, when were you less distracted? When was your mind less likely to wander? Then pay attention to, when did you get the most done? And then, when were you most creative? When did your best ideas come to you throughout the day? And then when did you find that your idea flow was easiest? Like when one just kind of blended into the next and all of a sudden you had all of these ideas. And then what part of the day were you less stressed? So when you go through that checklist of all of those things, you'll get a pretty good idea as to when your power hour is. And so once you've determined what that power hour is, you're going to want to play around with it a little bit and make sure that that's truly the hour. But then step 2 is, once you've identified step 1, which is once you've identified when your power hour is, step 2 is you need to respect that power hour. And here's what I mean. Become obsessed with calendar blocking. Block off your power hour and make it a non-negotiable for you in your business. The only activities that you want to see in that power hour are the activities that you are using to finish projects, do deep thinking, get creative, whatever makes sense for you in your business, put those activities there. Don't clutter that hour with admin tasks or to-do list items that don't need a lot of brain power and creativity. Instead, use your power hour for the things that need the most brain power, creativity, and deep thinking. Make it a selective list of projects or items that are only power hour worthy, right? Keep a running list. That's what I do. These are the things that I focus on during my power hour, which include things like writing and designing content for my clients, or maybe it's producing courses and other digital products like ebooks for my audience members. Or maybe I'll spend time creating a really killer podcast episode, or researching for a blog post I'm going to write, or designing and creating social media content. Basically, it's a list of things that generates income for my business. So what are those things for your business? Really take a look at your business, and if you could assign certain tasks that maybe generate income for you, put those in your power hour list, because those are going to be the most important activities for both you and your business. Step 3 of my plan here is just really logistics. You want to set up your power hour for success. So the first thing I recommend doing is taking a look at your workspace. Where will you get the most work accomplished? A lot of us are still working from home. Is that going to be in a designated office in your home? Is it going to be at the kitchen table? Is it going to be in your bedroom? Figure out where the best space is that you won't get distracted, but it also has to motivate you and inspire you to want to work. Then the second thing is really important because, again, we're going into deep focus time. You got to turn off all the notifications. I turn off my phone and I turn off my laptop notifications, so I'm just completely focused. And if you don't feel like you can shut your phone off, at least put it on Do Not Disturb. And most phones have the feature where if there is an emergency and somebody's trying to call you, if they call through 3 times, finally on the third attempt to call you, the phone's going to unlock and let them call you. Do what you can to really make your workspace work friendly so you're not going to get distracted. Then the next thing I do is I set a timer for 60 minutes and put my head down and focus on my work for a solid hour. Like, I don't get up for anything. I make sure I go to the restroom before I hit that chair. And then when the timer goes off, I stop working, take a break, and clear my mind. And then I'm usually really, really amazed at all the things that I just accomplished. I think you're going to be really amazed too. Once you put this practice into play, it's going to make a difference, a huge difference. And then you'll be wondering where this power hour has been your entire life. Anyway, so that's the episode for today. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to hearing how your power hour goes. And if you're using a power hour, before you sit down and set that timer, I would love to know that you're doing it. Go ahead, take a selfie, post it on your social media, put it in your stories, and tag me on it. Hey, if nothing else, that's like great behind the scenes content for you and your business. I want to see you hard at work and crushing your goals. Okay, my friends, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this mini cast. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay social. Hey, before you go, I have a question for you. Are you loving the show? Let me know about it. Take a screenshot of the episode you are listening to and drop it in your social media posts or stories, or better yet, give this show a review on iTunes or your favorite podcast app, letting me know that you listened in. If you have a topic or show idea, please don't be shy. I want to hear from you. Send me an email or a DM. I would love to hear your suggestions. All the links are in the show notes. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you, as always, for tuning into the show today and every day you listen in.